Let's take you around the Big Ten. We start with Northwestern women's lacrosse in a dramatic Big Ten tournament title game win in overtime over Maryland, 8-7. Annabelle Child scoring with 1 second left in the extra frame. Northwestern has now won the regular season and tournament titles in 4 consecutive years. We'll try to reach a 7th straight Final Four. And by the way, the Final Four this year played at Martin Stadium on the Northwestern campus. We're thrilled to welcome in head coach Kelly Amonte Hiller. Kelly, I want to start with the end because when Annabelle scored, the clock read zeros. How confident were you that the goal was good?
We were very confident. We saw it. The horn buzzed after the goal, after the ball released in her stick, and then 2 seconds later, they showed the replay on the board, so we saw that it was released from her stick very confidently before the zeros.
Did you think it was going to be a possibility when you had another opportunity with about 5.5 seconds left and the ball got knocked out of the stick? Because as I was watching, I thought we were almost surely going to go to more lacrosse. It just didn't seem like you guys had enough time there, but obviously Annabelle did.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't think that we did have enough time. But, in lacrosse, those scrambles defensively are so tough. The ball goes on the ground. You kind of relax for a second. And Annabelle knows that because primarily she's a defender. And we threw her on midfield for a couple of possessions. And, she was our top scorer on the day. So credit to her for knowing that and just attacking them.
This game didn't look like it was headed to overtime. You're up 7-3 with about 11 minutes left to play before Maryland is able to score 4 and force that extra frame. I was struck by something that you said afterwards, that when you were talking to the team in the huddle, you looked around even after those moments and saw everybody smiling. Where does that kind of belief and confidence come from, even when things aren't going the way that the team wants it to go?
Well, that's something that we work on a lot, and something that I believe in greatly. Anytime you play a great team, you don't know what's going to happen. There could be all kinds of different factors. And, just having that mentality of like, we want to be in this moment and we got to find a way. That's really where our heads were at. And I really just credit the leadership of our team for embracing that mentality and just loving that moment, loving each other. And I think that's what carried them through.
Obviously, players in front of a goaltender have more belief when that goaltender is playing at the level that Jenica Cuoco played at, not just through this tournament, but throughout the course of the year. She's the tournament MOP. How do you describe what she gave you on Sunday and what she has given you since coming over as a transfer from Drexel?
Yeah, she has been absolutely consistent this whole entire season. She's fantastic. She's a leader. She steps up in big moments. It's just awesome to see her get recognized and play that well. I think she has not really garnered a lot of attention from anyone this season. So pretty cool that she was able to step up in those moments. And she's just an elite competitor. So we're lucky to have her in our goal circle for sure.
And sometimes goaltenders do get overlooked when they're on teams with generational players like Madison Taylor. Now, Maryland did a great job on Madison. 1 goal, 1 assist, obviously a lot less offensive production than she normally provides. But earlier this year, she went over 400 points, joining Izzy Skane in such an elite club. I mean, how do you describe what Madison has given you throughout the course of her career and her skill set? I'm not going to ask you to compare to other great players because I don't think that's fair. But how unbelievable has she been throughout the course of her career?
Yeah, she certainly is a generational talent. Just, her love for the game, her athletic ability, and just how she thrives in big moments. I think when you are a great player like that, a great scorer, some days you come up against it and things aren't going your way. And I think that was happening with her scoring yesterday. But the cool thing is she knows the impact that she has on our team, and she was making an impact in other ways on the draw circle, on the ride, feeding, just cutting, making different plays, being a leader. And I think that that's the beauty of playing on a team, right? When you're in an individual sport, if you have an off day, it's tough. But when you're on a team, anyone can step up and help us out. And we know we all have ups and downs. So that's why we're a team and we back each other up.
Your program hasn't had many off days in recent years. As I mentioned, 4 straight seasons now in which you've won both the regular season title and then backed it up with a tournament title as well. I know there are so many accomplishments that you're proud of since you took over this program, including national championships. But where does that one rank, and what do you think about that one when you consider the level of consistency and long-term success that it takes in this league where some of the other best teams in the country also reside?
You know, I just think about this team in particular. Obviously, we had a really tough start to the season. 3 losses in the beginning of the year. Our first Big Ten game, we lost to Ohio State. And to see the growth of the group, how they've grown individually, how they've grown together, and just culminate it with that conference championship in overtime. It's just such a cool thing to see, you know, the power of growth and belief. And you know, we have an opportunity now to go into the NCAA tournament and continue to grow and believe in the group.
You know, Kelly, I've spoken with you enough now over the course of your career to know you're a coach who prefers to talk about the team, not about herself. But I did read a great article in Chicago Magazine kind of focused on your transformation and the change in your belief system and kind of reinventing yourself. And you touched on it a little bit when I asked about the belief of the team and how important it is for you and this team to understand that while everybody else maybe believes that winning is the only thing, it is kind of the end result of the process and everything that you do. So when did you realize that that needed to happen for you, and how has it kind of evolved as you've started through that process?
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, when you're a coach, when you're a player, there's always going to be ups and downs. And when you go through that process, it really helps you evolve. Sport is a true gift to people because there is a scoreboard, and not often in life is there a scoreboard. So, you know, it helps you measure yourself and figure out ways to grow and better yourself. And I think that, you know, the sport of lacrosse for me has been a vehicle for me to grow as a person. And that's how I view it as, you know, with my athletes as well. You know, I want them when they come into Northwestern to be a totally different person when they leave and carry the lessons that the gift of lacrosse has given us throughout their whole life. And I think for myself and my husband, Scott, who's my assistant coach, having a daughter that is an athlete as well, she's at the University of Iowa as a wrestler. I think seeing what she goes through as an individual athlete and how much of a gift wrestling has been to her in her maturation and growth, it's just so cool to be a part of sport. I feel very lucky to be in the position that I'm in, and I think about that every day, how blessed I am.
Well, I know that everybody involved with this Northwestern program wants to be able to watch you guys finish this year by winning the national championship in what would be a remarkably special venue, because as I mentioned, the Final Four is at Martin Stadium. I know we are still almost a week away from the selection show, so we're not going to get way ahead of ourselves. But to think about the possibility, even, Kelly, of playing for a national title right there in Evanston, what does that mean to you?
I mean, honestly, I think that just the fact that we're hosting the Final Four, that's what means the most. This is the first time any school, men's or women's, has hosted a Final Four off of the East Coast. So that is a huge, huge thing for the growth of our sport and the expansion. And I'm just really excited for people to come out from the Midwest and beyond and support at Martin Stadium. Obviously, for us to be in it, that would be an additional gift. But, you know, we're not worried about that. We're just worried about, growing, having fun, keeping our eye on that. And, just if we can extend our season another week and have the opportunity to play at home, that would be obviously a wonderful gift. But regardless, I'm just really grateful that our athletic director, Mark Jackson, really committed to bringing it to Northwestern and expanding the sport at this level.
Phenomenal stuff. Congrats again, Coach Kelly Amonte Hiller and Northwestern, Big Ten Tournament title champions and getting set for the NCAAs. Kelly, appreciate the time.
Thanks so much. Go Cats.